My coffee has eggnog in it.
Hi friends. I don't know about you, but I am ready for this holiday season. We're getting to the spirit of things over here on my channel. Spiced apple toddy candle is lit. Festive coffee is in my hand. Honestly, it's been Christmas since like the end of November for me though, when I put up the tree. Today's video is a really fun one. I've been looking forward to this one and I just can't wait to dive into all this stuff. The order arrived about a week ago and it has been sitting here patiently waiting for me to play with it all. And I'm really excited to finally crack into all this stuff. Today, we are doing a BH Cosmetics haul. And that's all there is to it. If that sounds like fun to you, then please keep on watching and let's get started. Most of these products I haven't touched yet. I really wanted to wait until I was filming to swatch, to play. Anyway, BH was having a sale and these are the things that I picked up. I picked up a couple of the Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealers. Heard good things about them and I really wanted to see for myself what the hype was about. Also, they had a white, which is super useful for a couple of things, so I picked one of those up as well. I got one of these little 4-color blush palettes. This particular collection was all food-based and I got the one in Vanilla Orange Truffle and it looks like this. How cute is that? 2 of them are matte and then 2 of them have a bit of a shimmer to them. Picked up a Let It Glow palette. I think this is from the most recent holiday collection. It is a highlighter palette. I'm so excited to try these out. I've been looking for a white highlighter for quite some time. I got myself a couple of these cashmere creams. I really enjoyed some of their cooler toned nudes that they had in the collection. And I don't know why this one caught my attention particularly. It's like a rose nude pink. That is not a color I generally gravitate toward. I don't know, something about it just caught my eye. So picked up a few brushes as well. You can see that I've actually already dipped into a couple of them. This is a little highlighter brush, which I'm super excited about. And actually I used this little teeny blender brush in my last video. And if you haven't seen it yet, I'll link it up here. And a couple of blender brushes. These are all from the Studio Pro brush collection. The handles have this really cool texture to them. They're very matte, but the finish is almost kind of silicone-y. I don't know. They've got a really cool feel to the handle. Plus, I really like the length of these handles, and I also like how they taper at the end, which for me feels good when you're holding a brush right at the tip of the handle and trying to get a really light pressure from them. I also got one other palette, but I think I want to save it for a palette potential. It's one of those palettes that a lot of people have and it's super colorful. But I also picked up a second palette which looked really cute. It was one of their Sweet Shop eyeshadow palettes. I picked up the Cotton Candy one and oh my gosh guys, just wait till you see it's inside. Look at this! Oh my gosh, I am kind of obsessed with this color scheme. So I think that's what I'm going to use today on my eyes and possibly also the cheeks because I don't know if this blush will actually go with the palette. Oh, also I picked up a couple of these glosses too, which looked really nice. These are the So Extra High Shine Plumping Lip Glosses, and I think they come in little duos if I am remembering correctly. This is the shade Caffeinated and the shade Extra Foam. I'm going to try and use as much as possible, but I think this is going to be a really fun, cute video. Also, I have never ever tried anything from BH Cosmetics. I could never justify the cost of shipping. But thanks to my friend Jacob, we were able to go in on an order together. We've been doing that a lot this year. And if this all works out, I think I'll definitely do it again. I've always wanted one of those big contour or bronzer palettes from them, as well as one of the big blush palettes from them. They look amazing, but they were out of stock. All right, let me just slap on some foundation real quick. All right, that's good enough. Let me zoom you in a little bit. Come closer. This is in the shade 101, which I believe is one of the fairest shades. I'm just gonna quickly just swatch it on the back of my hand just to see how well I shade matched. I think that's gonna be okay actually. Also, I was not prepared for this applicator. Don't know if I like it yet. Hold on. Okay, I feel like this is a recipe for disaster. It just like comes out the top and you're like, I guess you just have to guess how much you need. All right, let's throw this on. Oh no. Yeah, that was way too much. Also, I feel like if I drag it on my skin, I'm just going to lift my foundation. So that's also a bit concerning. Yeah, don't know if I would ever use it like that ever again, because I feel like I don't have any control when I do that. But let's see how it works. The color is good. It's just a shade lighter than my foundation. Let's see how it fares under the eyes. Oh, starting to dry. Definitely put on way too much. It's almost fully dried on the nose. Work in steps, people. Learn from my mistakes. It is quite high coverage though, but it does dry down pretty quick. You gotta work fast. Okay, so it is full coverage. I can see this working really well though for spot concealing before you even put on foundation. Just take a little bit of this, dab it onto your blemishes, let it sit and dry, and then go in with layer foundation. I feel like this would be the perfect concealer to do that with. I need to go off camera and do a little bit more of my base, and once I'm done that, we will get right into playing with some eyeshadow. There we go. So the base is on. So I don't know why I decided to bake my under eyes today. I've been doing it for the last few days and it's definitely not necessary, especially when that concealer was so full coverage. There's just something comforting about baking. I don't know what it is, but it just makes me feel safe and secure. And sometimes that's what I need mentally. It's time to get into this bad boy. It's so cute. I think I'm gonna do a little ombre crease business. I think it's gonna look cute. I'm really curious to know what the formula is like on a BH shadow. Never dipped into one before in my life. Why don't we just like swatch these little shimmers? This is Fluff, Sugar, Swirl, and Twirl. Aww. Okay, so Twirl, the pink one down here, is a bit crusty. Really loving this one right here. And this one's nice and rich. Let us just prime real quick. All right, so let's pick up a little bit of confection and start fluffing that. She's really pretty. And that was relatively easy to blend. I really like that. I was wondering what the formula was like for these guys. They're not super dusty, like they don't kick up a lot in the pan, but there's still quite a good amount of payoff. This is the shade Carnival, and I'm just going to start ombreing that out. Ooh, that's fun. Oh, they look so good together. That is lovely. These have quite a lot of pigment for being lighter shades. Like they're packing on really well and then just blending out. Oh, by the way, these little brushes are super great. Studio Pro 16 and a Studio Pro 5. Getting that good blend going. Okay, so these shadows are really impressing me so far. All right, let's do the outer edge with Light and Airy. This one is quite powdery. I'm gonna take that down into the outer third of the lid and create that little V shape just to see how much depth we can get out of this one, because I think this is the darkest shade. This one's definitely a little dustier, a little drier, but not bad. I want to see how much I can build up here. It's building up pretty nicely, and even though we're packing it on, it's still remaining pretty even. And I usually have a lot of problems with patchiness right in this area. Doesn't seem to be happening, which is good. Lost a bit of Carnival, so I'm just gonna go back into that little pink shade, reinforce that a little bit more. This is really dreamy and fun. I'm really enjoying this. Sick. All right, so let's do the shimmers on the eyelid, and I think I'll just do the corresponding shimmer shades just right underneath each color. And I don't really feel like cutting a crease, so I'm not gonna. Do I want setting spray? I think I do, because they look a bit dusty. Let's start with Fluff here. Love that. Nice little subtle pink shift. You probably can't see it. All right, this one was the crustiest, so I'm going to be extra careful with this one. Let's dip into Twirl. And I have a feeling this one's gonna get everywhere. Oh yeah, this one's quite flaky. Let's see what happens when I use my fingy. Definitely get more of a foiled effect. Not necessarily what I wanted, because it doesn't quite go with what the other shadow looks like. Just using my finger, I'm gonna dip back into fluff. See if I can help blend those two a little bit. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So I think I'm actually going to abandon the brush and try again to place this with my finger. And we're gonna do that right on the outer third. Of all these shimmers, this one has the smoothest texture. Blends in really nicely with the corresponding matte shade. Back into Twirl just for a hot second to try and blend. Twirl is the one that is cooperating the least. I think we got something cute though in the end. Let's dip back into Light and Airy for the outer part of the lower lash line. And then I think actually just a complete little rainbow happening around the eye. I'm going to finish off the lower lash line with Sugar Plum. I'm curious to see if it leans more purple or blue. Definitely a little more purple than blue, but the two of them blended together like that is really nice. Let's take Sugar and just pop that on the lower lash line, just so we can say that we used all of the shades. All right, I think that's really cute. I'm really happy with that. All right, I'm gonna go do that on the other side and then put on some lashes. And then when we get back, we will play with some more stuff. While I was doing the other side, I was listening to the Bald and the Beautiful, which is Trixie and Katya's new podcast. And they have Bob the drag queen on as a guest. And I listened to Sibling Rivalry as well, but it's just so nice to hear Bob just chit chat with Trixie and Katya. Oh, it just makes me smile. I love them. Other side is done. Lashes are on. These are Lash Goals by Boldface. I didn't know if I was gonna like these when I put them on initially, but now I think it's like, it's a moment. They're a little less curly than the other styles that I usually wear, but I think they really go with this look, especially on the outer corner. I guess we'll do some blush. Now, I don't think with this eye look that any of this would go, so I think I might actually start off with a little bit of Carnival. Is that crazy? I don't know. I think it's gonna work. So let's take Carnival and use it as a blush. That is totally working. And the pans are big enough that you can really get right in there with your brush. Just quickly hitting up the apples of the cheeks with some Ambient blush. I think it'd be fun to swatch all of these. I really want to see what they look like. So this is Sugar Cookie, Starlight, Tinsel, and Below Zero. Those look pretty cute, guys. Oh, wow, okay. All right, the most disappointing one by far is Below Zero, which is a bummer because that's the one I wanted to use today. But this champagne shade, it looks nice. I'm gonna take the BH Studio Pro 18, which is a little highlighter brush, and I'm still gonna go into Below Zero just because I really want that bright white highlighter moment. Okay, she's still cute. Okay, this is working a lot better than I initially thought it would. Real frosty and not too glittery either, which is a relief. Also, I feel like you could layer this one on top of the other ones to give it that little extra oomph, like it's almost a topper. I really like that. Also, this brush is perfect. It's really loosely packed, like it's not dense at all, and it just kind of so softly, like a little cat's paw, distributes product. All right, let's see how this looks on the nose though. All right, I also want to throw that in the inner corner and also hit the brow bone. Let me just throw on a couple of freckles. Lips. Obviously, we're gonna go nude. I think I want to do a little bit of an ombre though, starting with this on the outside and then brightening it up on the inside. Also, the London Drugs near me finally restocked Nude Truffle from NYX. Been dying to try this one out. Oh, that's nice. This one's a keeper. All right, let's start with the color T. Oh, good match. These do kind of have an off-putting texture. They're kind of on the whipped side, and I don't think anyone really likes a whipped lip formula. They never really sit well, but this one's still quite creamy. They say that this is a really comfortable formula, and I would have to agree. All right, let's try Thirsty. That is really nice. This is a full 90s moment. Yeah, that's kind of doing it for me. I don't think I want to do a gloss on top of this, although I do want to quickly just swatch them. Ooh, that is a really pretty color though. So nice and shiny. But I love this color. Like, maybe I should put on some gloss. It might ruin it, but I don't know. Let's just see what happens. Ooh, these are a really nice consistency. Like, they just feel like lip oil, not sticky in any way. That is so comfortable. I'm just gonna dab this right in the center. She's got some like blue reflex in there. I'm just gonna say it, I think I like these better than the Colourpop Luxe Gloss formula. Whoa, surprise hit. Didn't think I was gonna love those that much. So before I spray her down, I just wanna line the waterline. I'm gonna use this Colourpop Creme Gel Liner in Boots. Yeah, let's go in with the Colourpop Creme Gel Liner in Boots. All right, and I think that is it. Just a little bottom mascara. All right, folks, that's the look all complete. I really love this. I really love how it all came together, and it was quite simple and easy to do. No advanced techniques today. It was just really fun to play with new makeup that I'd never tried before. And like, most of it was just a huge home run. I am so pleasantly surprised. Let's run it back from the beginning. The Studio Pro concealer I want to play with a little bit more, purely because I think it would do really well as a spot concealer. I mean, let's take a look. The under eyes actually look pretty decent. I do look a bit dry and cakey even after dousing myself in setting spray. However, it doesn't seem to be creasing a whole bunch, which is definitely a win. When they say it's total coverage though, they are not messing around. Okay, listen, if you want to get some good, fun, fresh starter makeup for someone in your life, this is absolutely going to fit the bill. Not only are these shades super duper cute and really easy to blend, you can use all 8 of these shades in one look and really just mess around. You know, I love the fact that they coordinated each matte with a shimmer. The matte formula was surprisingly nice. Shimmers are a bit on the chunky side. This one's probably the best formulated one. Swirl, but they're still there. They haven't flaked off. Also, doubles as blush. Can definitely see this being something very usable for maybe someone in high school who just wants to get creative and play. Also, the pans are really nice and big. You get a lot of product for your money. 100% would give this to my niece. Another pleasant surprise was the Let It Glow Holiday Highlight Palette. Looking forward to using these two especially. These ones for sure are going to be too dark for me, but the formula, even though it looks a little bit dry in the pan, turned out to be a really nice creamy glow and not too glittery either, which is what I was worried about as well when I initially looked at this. Also, does not pick up on texture at all. These are nice. They are what they say they are. They are very comfortable, and don't let the whipped texture fool you. They definitely feel a lot more creamy on the lip, but the colors are really nice, especially Thirsty. I really like this shade. Was not expecting to love these so much. The So Extra High Shine Plumping Lip Gloss. The plumping thing aside, it's obviously not really doing anything to plump my lips. I'm not feeling any sort of tingle. There's no sort of menthol. There's none of that. It's just a really comfortable, lightweight, high shine gloss. I love how thin the formula is. I would use this just on its own on like an off day where I'm not wearing makeup and I'm just editing or something and I need something comfortable and hydrating on the lips. It really does feel like a lip oil. All in all, everything I tried today was pretty A+, which definitely makes me want to buy more from BH Cosmetics, which is also a problem. Please let me know if you've ever purchased anything from BH. Did you like it? Did you dislike it? I would love to know your thoughts on this brand. For a brand that's so affordable, I just think what's not to like. All right, I think I'm just gonna wrap this up and rattle off the spiel to you. Here are the many ways that you can help out my channel. You can give this video a big thumbs up. You can comment down below what you thought of everything. You can subscribe. You can follow follow me on other social media, I will leave those right there. You can go check out my Patreon down below in the description box. And also down below in the description box, you will find links to help out with the Senate runoffs that are happening in January. And I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it. Please stay safe, stay sane, wash your hands, wear a mask, stay home if you can. Above all else, just be kind, be generous, and if you cannot muster that today, then just do your best. And hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye!